Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'm bringing my unboxing and review of Rust on DVD. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So this one includes DVD, Corey Taylor, Taylor Kilgore, and Morlon Greenwood, a film by Joe Lujan, Rust. Only he can hear you scream. Here's a look at the spine. This one is from Wild Eye Releasing. Prepare to scream and be face to face with fear. Get ready to meet pure evil. Heather and her best friend Morgan make the mistake of meeting up with friends at an abandoned haunted attraction. Ooh, sounds like my kind of movie. Inside the decrepit scare house, a cannibalistic monster lives and stalks all those unlucky enough to enter his lair. Keeps your adrenaline running. Bonus features, director interview, Rust original features. I wonder what that even means. Scene selection and trailers. This one has a runtime of 75 minutes and is not rated. If you guys have seen this one, I'd love to hear your thoughts without spoilers down in the comment section below. All right, let's check out the inside. They have a look at the disc. Same art as the cover. Alright guys, I got to check out Rust. Now no, this is not a movie based on the video game of the same name. So this one is not rated, has a 1 hour and 15-minute runtime. It is a horror thriller and it's directed by Joe Lujan and stars Corey Taylor. No, not that Corey Taylor. Taylor Kilgore and Morlon Greenwood. So I got kind of excited about this movie because it was supposed to take place in a haunted house, and I always love haunted house horror movies. I just love haunted houses, and I always have so much fun watching them. I was kind of confused right off the bat on this one. These two girls were going to somewhere that seemed really out of the way. It just seemed like they're going for miles and miles with no buildings, no nothing. They're just kind of in the middle of the desert. Like it kind of looked like it could be like New Mexico or Arizona. There isn't a lot around, and they're just kind of going out in the middle of nowhere. And then eventually they're like, oh, we're going to meet, I guess, her boyfriend. And then he's bringing a friend for her friend. So it's going to be like a 4-person date, I guess. And then on the way out there, she's like, oh, there's all these legends, but one of them is about this kid who killed all these people in the haunted house, and they were like part of the attraction. And I just started thinking, why? I could see wanting your haunted house a little bit off the path, but this thing seemed to be miles from anything, just out in the middle of the desert. I was like, why would this even be here? Like, are people really going to drive out there? Like, how good would it be to get people to drive out there? So they get out there and they're not there, and it's just kind of, okay, they're in the middle of nowhere. What's going on here? And they go in, and well, the kid's still there. They're like, oh, nobody found him ever. So he's still there. Actually, there's a couple people that seem to be living inside the haunted house, and it turns into this whole kind of slasher, they gotta kill him type thing. And you know, they end up finding one of the friends, but the boyfriend hasn't shown up or didn't show up or whatever. Why wouldn't they come together? I don't know. But so then they end up trapping the one girl, and the other girl comes back and saves her, and then they escape. And then they're brought back. The one girl's brought back, and the other girl somehow escapes. I don't really. I mean, they explained it, but I was just okay, whatever. And then there's this whole long part where they're like in the hospital, and she's been in a coma for a month, and they're like, only you can tell us how to find her. She doesn't know where she is. Like they were outside the haunted house when she got knocked out and the other girl got taken back. She doesn't know where she is, but they're like, you have to come back. You have to take us. It's like, you guys are cops. Just go in there with guns. How difficult is that? Well, once they get there, it seems to be more difficult than you would think as the cops get taken out one by one. And you're just like, oh man, they got guns and these other guys got knives and they can't win. Like, just for the whole haunted house thing, it really wasn't, you know, what I would have hoped, and really not as effective as many movies with a haunted house would be. They do at the beginning turn on the power, but then after that initial little bit of music and lights and stuff, it just seems to be no kind of actual haunted house stuff going on, as far as, you know, electronics that just seem to disappear. And there's a few decorations, but other than that, it just seemed to kind of just be like an abandoned warehouse. So I wasn't too thrilled with the haunted house thing. I honestly felt like this movie was a lot longer than an hour and 15 minutes. There were just long sections, like that first part when they're going there, you know, that's the setup. Okay, that's not going to be super fun. And they get there and there's kind of the guy chasing them. That part was pretty cool. And then when they go back to the hospital and they're trying to convince her to go back, that part was just dragged for so long. And then when they do go back, it just seemed to drag on, and it was just like, just somebody win this thing. I did like the killer though. They kind of created this cool character, and he had like a mask and a wig and a costume, almost like he was working in the haunted house. Maybe that's what he was doing the whole time. He was just doing his job. He was working the haunted house, trying to scare people by stabbing them and cutting them up. And they ended up having this thing where they trapped all these women in there, and I don't know if there was any explanation for that, where they're getting them from, you know. And I don't know. That part I was lost on. So I think for a score on this one, guys, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. You know, I think this is a decent enough movie. Like I say, that does have those parts that just seem to drag on without a whole lot going on in them. But there are lots of fun, cool parts. You know, there's actually quite a few kills. In the beginning, there's only like the 2 or 3 characters, but they end up, you know, having all the cops and everything. So there's actually quite a few kills. They aren't the most graphic or special effects laden, you know. But you know what, guys? I would say this one's worth checking out if you're really into horror movies. You know, like I say, it does have its positives and its negatives, and it's gonna land right there in the middle for me. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, or you can find more information, including affiliate links to purchase Rust, down in the description below. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos, check out the suggested videos, check out my website, bobsmoviereview.com, and I'll see you guys next time.